This video is going to cover the vocabulary words for chapters 7 and 8. So we're going to go over them one at a time, and I'm going to attempt to do some drawings here on the computer. Might not be as good as the whiteboard, but I think you'll get the idea. So I'm going to show you the words one at a time. The first word on the list is cynicism. Say that with me, please, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cynicism. Once by yourself on 3. 1, 2, 3. The definition of cynicism is being full of doubt, not trusting anyone, always seeing the worst in any situation. You may have heard the saying before, is the glass half empty or half full? Well, if a person was speaking with cynicism, they would definitely say the glass was half empty, because a person who is cynical or feels cynicism doesn't see good in a whole lot of things. So for the drawing of cynicism, this one's kind of weird. I'm going to go ahead and grab the pen. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make a face. Whoops, if it will let me. Hang on. Maybe it's not going to. Hang on. Okay, this will do it. So I'm going to make a face. Not so perfect. And for the eyes, Okay, so I am going to make a face. I am going to close the eyes of the face so it is not seeing. Oops. I am going to put some ears, and they're going to kind of be big, so do the best you can. And I am also going to close the ears. So I want you to get the feeling this is a person who is not hearing and not seeing. All around the person, I'm going to write one word. And that word is good. I'm going to write it again and again, because no matter how much good is around a person who is feeling cynicism, they will not be able to hear it. They will not be able to see it. So if you get the drawing, this means that cynicism is the quality of not hearing good, of only hearing bad and unpleasant things. Okay, so the second word on our list is maternal. Maternal. Say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Maternal. Say it by yourself on 3. 1, 2, 3. Maternal is anything that has to do with being a mother. So there are maternity or maternal clothes. There is a maternal ward at the hospital. Maternal clothes would be clothing that is designed to fit a woman who's having a baby. The maternal ward is an area of the hospital dedicated to the birth of babies. So anything maternal has to do with ma. And one really easy way to remember that is that maternal starts with M-A, which of course is a slang way to talk about your mom. You can call her your ma. So maternal means mom. For the maternal drawing, I will make a stick figure. We will add some features that will maybe make our figure look like a lady. So we'll put some hair. We'll put a skirt. We'll add her legs, of course. And her arms. And we are going to give her a baby belly. So this is our drawing for maternal. Anything relating to a mom. The next word on our list is sanctity. Sanctity is the feeling or the sense that you get whenever you are somewhere holy or sacred. Any place that has godliness. I think of like an Indian burial ground, or a church, like if you're inside of a church or a temple, or if you're in a cemetery. They're just places where you know it's kind of protected because it's considered sacred, and cultures will consider these places to be holy. So sanctity would describe the feeling of being in those places. So you would have a feeling of sanctity or a sense of sanctity. So write yourself a definition, and we'll get you a drawing. I think perhaps the best way to draw sanctity is, for me anyway, it'll be easiest for me to draw you a building. So we'll put a roof on, and to help us understand that this is a church, we're going to put a cross on top, maybe some double doors. And around the church, let's go ahead, because sometimes small little country churches will have a graveyard. And we'll go ahead and put, if I can pull it off here, RIP, for rest in peace, like a gravestone. And this would be a place of sanctity, because it's kind of a holy, protected, godly place. So sanctity, it doesn't have to be a place, it's just the feeling of holiness or godliness is defined as sanctity. So there's your drawing. The fourth word on your list is rebuke. And rebuke is not a nice feeling. Rebuke is actually a verb. It's something that people do when they don't think you've done a very good job. So to rebuke somebody is to criticize them, or even to scold them. Like if you felt somebody had really screwed up, not just did a bad job, but they did something totally wrong, you might rebuke them and say, like, shame on you, you should have done that, be really critical of them. So that's the definition of rebuke. You write a definition in your own words, and I'll get you a drawing. For this picture, we're going to draw a couple of stick figures. And the first one, I'm going to try to make look adult. Here's the adult, and we're going to try to make them look angry. So I'm going to put one hand on their hip, because adults will sometimes do that when they're angry. And I'm going to put their hand, and they are going to be pointing one finger in the air, and they are going to have a frowning face. And then we're going to have a person who is a little smaller, and we're going to try to make it look like their head is hanging, okay, because they're going to be really feeling down. Because one of the things you're going to know is that when you are being rebuked, it's not a good feeling to be scolded or to be over-criticized, so we're going to put a sad face on that other stick figure. So there's your drawing for rebuke. This larger stick figure is rebuking the smaller stick figure. There's a drawing. I'm going to get this back over to the word list. The next word on the list is impervious. Impervious. When something is impervious, it means it cannot be reached, contacted, or broken through. A covering, a coating can be impervious, like something that waterproofs would be impervious to water. Building, if it's a fortress with really heavy walls and no windows and big steel doors that lock, you could say it's impervious to break in. Or think of a jail cell and say a jail cell is impervious to break out. But impervious can also describe a person's mood, like they're so closed up that you can't reach them. So that's what I'm going to do for my drawing. Get to my drawing page. You copy your definition for impervious. Pause whenever you need to. But I will make my drawing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a stick man who is sitting down. So his knees are bent. They kind of got their arms wrapped around their knees. And once again, we're going to make it so that their head is kind of hanging. So I want you to get the feeling that this person is really down. And we are going to put them inside of a shell. And outside the shell, we're going to put other people. Whoops. Sorry, my pen's kind of not cooperating to get these legs all the way down. Whoops. Sorry. All right, there we go. And we're going to make these people reaching out to the other person, but because of this wall or shield they've built up around themselves, the people cannot get in. So even though they're reaching out to try to reach this person or get to this person, nothing can break through the shield, so they are impervious to the other people's kindness or caring. They can't see it. They can't get through to the person. That is impervious. All right, back to our word list. The next word on the list is luxuriance. Luxuriance. Everybody say luxuriance on 3. 1, 2, 3. Luxuriance. One more time by yourself on 3. 1, 2, 3. You might notice that the word luxuriance starts with what sounds like luxury, and that fits in a very natural way. Luxuriance is actually something that has thick, rich growth. I think in the book it's going to talk about the luxuriance of the jungle, like how the plants grew really thick and healthy and full. But I'm going to do something a little different for our drawing, because it doesn't have to be plants. Lots of different things grow. So for my drawing, I'm going to draw a person. They're going to be happy and proud because they are going to have very luxuriant hair. So I'm going to draw luxuriance as a really healthy, growing, long, flowing hair. That's luxuriance. Healthy, rich, thick, full growth. Luxuriant, luxuriance of the hair. I'll draw a little arrow. Doesn't mean long hair. It means thick, rich growth. So this person's hairstyle has luxuriance. Finish your drawings and I will head back to the word list. The next word on our list is obtuseness. Obtuseness. Say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Obtuseness. Say it by yourself on 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Obtuseness is a personality trait. A person with obtuseness is really not the most intelligent. They're not the most feeling. They are not the most caring person. If they are obtuse, they may seem like they don't have a lot of personality. They don't care for other people. They stand off on their own. They argue. They're just really kind of closed down. You might even call them heartless. So obtuseness in my drawing, I'm going to create a man, but I'm going to create his body as a box. Okay, so that's going to give me some room to work on the inside. And I'm going to put his head on. Oh, hang on. Oh. And I'm going to make him say, oh well. Because that'd be the kind of thing a person with obtuseness would say. I'm going to put on the arms and legs, but one of the things I definitely want to do is I want to draw their heart, but I want to put on the heart, oops, sorry, one of those shapes that means not here. So no heart. An obtuseness would be without a heart, without feeling, without intelligence, without any care at all. That would be obtuseness. So finish your drawings. I will clear the canvas. Get us back to the word list. Looks like we're on our last word. The last word for chapter 7 and 8 is a word that says coverts. Coverts. Say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Coverts. Say it by yourself on 3. 1, 2, 3. You might notice that the first 5 letters of the word coverts is actually cover, and it's totally related to the meaning of the word. It is the root of the word coverts. Coverts are thick underbrush, so think plants and vines that provide cover. It's like a hiding place. Coverts are going to be really important in chapter 7 and 8. You can probably imagine a small animal or a hunter or even yourself playing hide and seek in the woods. You'd be looking for coverts, which are thick undergrowth or underbrush that provides cover for you to hide in. So for our drawing, I am going to put our stick man, again, the good old stick man. This time though, I want to draw him kind of laying down on the ground. And we're going to make his arms like squatting down, so he's kind of creeping along on the ground. So I'm going to make even his legs bent. And I want you to imagine that he's kind of trying to creep and hide on the ground. And then over top of him, get my pen back over there. Over top of him, we're going to make a whole bunch of stuff that covers him up and hides him. And as a matter of fact, I think I might even inside of that write the word coverts, and like even hide that inside of the brush and the covers. So there's coverts on the covering over the man. So coverts, any thick underbrush that provides cover when hiding. So finish your drawing. I will clear the canvas. and we will go back one last time to the list. So going down through, you have cynicism, maternal, sanctity, rebuke, impervious, luxuriance, obtuseness, and coverts. Good luck.